for BSc Honours Computing students, celebrating the conferment of awards from Leeds Beckett University at the British College. It is a very special occasion for our graduating students and for all the parents and staff of the British College who have supported our students in their journey towards graduation. This is a celebration of all our efforts, and we are immensely proud to celebrate this success here today amongst our distinguished guests. We expect the commencement exercises to last approximately 3 hours. So before we begin the ceremony, let me request you to turn your cell phones to silent mode and be courteous around you by refraining from talking aloud. You may take photos after the event, as professional photos will be taken, and you can find and share it using hashtag TBCGrad22. You may also inform your family and friends who are willing to join in the ceremony via live broadcast from the Facebook page of the British College. During the presentation of graduates, we encourage you to express your pride by applauding and cheering. कृपया गरी आफ्नो फोन साइलेन्टमा हालिदिनु हुन र कार्यक्रमको बीचमा शान्त भई बसिदिन हुन हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु. In the unlikely event of fire or any emergency, please make your way calmly to the highlighted fire exit, which our officers will be on hand to guide you to. They will also be available for any queries you have throughout the day. Now, guardians and parents, without further ado, may I request you all to stand for the academic procession. Let us now welcome graduates of year 2022, where the procession is being held by Mr. Razan Katel and Mr. Arun Raj Joshi.
It is with profound sadness that I have to announce to the faculty, the students, and the guests of the British College, Kathmandu, of the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and her other realms and territories, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith, and a sincere friend of Nepal.
I would like to request everyone for 1 minute silence, please.
Long live and God save His Majesty King Charles III.
Thank you all. May I request everyone to kindly be seated? A very warm good afternoon and namaste to all the graduates, parents, honorable guests, faculty members, and one and all present here. I'm more than honored to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony 2022 of BSc Computing Honors students celebrating the conferment of awards from Leeds Beckett University at the British College. Graduation is a day of rejoicing as it marks the conclusion of Graduation is a day of rejoicing as it marks the conclusion of a phase of an educational journey and the commencement of another part of man's quest for a better life and future. Truly, today signifies the culmination of many years of hard work in the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Knowledge that will enable a person to embrace opportunity and take on challenges with clear vision and purpose. We are gathered here today as we honor our graduates and celebrate their achievements. I am Flavia Shrestha, alumni, BSc Computing Honors, Class of 2020, your Master of Ceremony, promising you to have an enjoyable and memorable day here with us. We expect the commencement exercises to last approximately 3 hours. So before we begin the ceremony, let me request you all to turn your cell phones to silent mode and be courteous around you by refraining from talking aloud. You may take photos after the event, as professional photos will be given to you, and you can find and share it using hashtag TBCGrad22. You may also inform your family and friends who are willing to watch us to join the live broadcast from the very official page of the British College. During the presentation of graduates, we encourage you all to express your pride by applauding and cheering. In the unlikely event of fire or any emergency, please make your way calmly to the highlighted fire exit, which our marshals will be on hand to guide you to. They will also be available for any queries you have throughout the day. Now, to commence the program, I would like to request you all to stand as I invite Mr. Mahendra Raj Kadel, Executive Director of the British College, for the official graduation inauguration with lighting of the panas. Thank you, Mr. Kadel, for officially inaugurating the graduation ceremony. May I request you all to please remain standing as we will be commencing with the national anthem of Nepal.
सार्वभौम फैलिएका मेची महाकाली सायो थुङ्गा फुलका हामी एउटै माला नेपाली सार्वभौम फैलिएका मेची महाकाली प्रकृतिका कोटि कोटि सम्पदाको आचला वीरहरूका राजधानी स्वतन्त्र आचला ज्ञान भूमि शान्ति भूमि तराई पहाड हिमाल अखण्ड यो प्यारो हाम्रो मातृभूमि नेपाल बहुजाति भाषा धर्म संस्कृति छ विशाल अग्रगामी राष्ट्र हाम्रो जय जय नेपाल।
Thank you all. You may please kindly be seated. We shall now begin with a welcoming address of Mr. Razan Kadel, CEO and founder of the British College. Mr. Kadel is a British Nepali businessman and entrepreneur. He is the director of the Kadel Group UK and its subsidiaries and has been chairing the Britain-Nepal Chamber of Commerce since 2015. He is an advisor for the Non-Resident Nepalese Association and has been incredibly successful in international business. Yet, his true passion lies in education, which is why, in 2011, he founded the British College, which is now the biggest international college in Nepal. With students each year gaining UK degrees and invaluable international business experience, it is because of his hard work, dedication, and diligence that this institution exists. Please allow me to welcome Mr. Razan Kadel with a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. As the founder of the British College, I take it as an honor and a privilege to welcome you all here to the British College Graduation Ceremony 2022. I can't believe that it has been 10 years since we first opened our doors to the 65 students who were to become our first ever graduates. Now, today, I look out at all of our students who are graduating today and see just how much we have grown and how far we have come. In fact, we now have so many graduates that we have to have two ceremonies, and it's the computing ceremony this afternoon, the computing students and their families that I welcome here today. Not only have you achieved your degree, but you have done it under incredibly difficult circumstances, as each of you will have worked with us through the pandemic to make online studying a success. And let me say that it makes it even more cheerful to see you all here together receiving your degrees in person today. As you may recall, due to pandemic, we were even forced to cancel our graduation ceremony, the face-to-face one, and run online ceremony a couple of years ago. Celebrating with us, we also have some distinguished guests, both from Nepal and the UK, including the Deputy Vice Chancellor from Leeds Beckett University, Phil Cardew. We have Head of International Partnership from University of West of England, Patricia Woden. We have LBU Regional Head of South Asia, Jayshree Raghuram, and joining them are also some of our advisors to the college, including Paul Cleves, Dr. Arjun Kumar Karki, Michael Rutland, Dr. Chiran Thapa. We also have members of our Industry Advisory Board here today, Tim Gocher, Siddhant Rajpande, as well as members of British Education Group's Board of Directors. In addition to that, some of our advisory board members and who couldn't be here, they are also watching this event online, and they have sent special messages to us via video. We also know how close our students are to the wonderful British College staff and faculty. So, are delighted that they will also be joining us. And of course, we have everyone, the students who couldn't be here today, or the parents who couldn't be here today, they're all watching these events online. So, a very warm welcome to everyone. After the difficulties of pandemic, the British College has come back stronger than ever, becoming the only institute in Nepal to receive prestigious British Accreditation Council accreditation, producing world toppers, providing new cutting-edge courses, achieving awards for our programs, and expanding with new partner schools across the country. One of these schools is in Shukranagar, Chitwan, which we are running as part of our commitment to corporate social responsibility. At the school, we provide high-quality education at a very low fee, which we subsidize from the British College. In this way, we are helping more than 550 children from economically weaker backgrounds in the hope of giving them the same great opportunity that all of you have here today. We also have institutes in the UK and Dubai with the transfer options for our students. That means a wealth of international opportunities for you all. So please make sure that you stay in touch through our alumni network, BCAN, and make the most of our postgraduate scholarship schemes that we have introduced for you and the many postgraduate programs that we offer at the British College. Over the past decade, we have accumulated an incredible number of alumni who have gone on to become successful entrepreneurs and professionals, both nationally and internationally. And we are so proud to welcome you into that community. So before I let you go, I would like to ask you all to reflect on how much you have achieved today. And moving forward, I want you to use this as an aspiration to believe in yourself, just as myself and the whole of British College team believe in you. So, on this note, I would like to wish you the very best. And I want you to remember, as you leave here today, that you will always be the part of the British College family. Congratulations once again, TBC graduates, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cadell. That was inspiring and informative speech. We now have a formal address by Professor Mary Bishop, Executive Principal of the British College. Unfortunately, Mary is unable to join us in person, so instead, we will be welcoming her virtually. Mary holds a first degree in English, Language and Literature, a master's in Business and Management Research, a PhD in Social Accounting, and is a fellow of Chartered Association of Certified Accountants. We are very lucky to have her as a part of the British College family and look forward to her joining us in person soon. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from Professor Mary Bishop.
Hello, my name is Professor Mary Bishop and I'm delighted to be speaking to you today as the Executive Principal of the British College Nepal at our British College graduation. Firstly, I would like to congratulate all the students. You should all be very proud of the fact that you have not only achieved your British degrees, a huge achievement at any time, but you've done so at a time of real challenge. In doing so, you will have developed your own personal resilience, your ability to adapt and to learn quickly, and I believe that that will stand you in good stead for the future. And the parents and supporters of our graduates today should share in that pride, not only in the achievement but in the support they themselves have given to those students to facilitate that achievement. There have been so many difficult, challenging circumstances caused by the pandemic to our health, the health of loved ones, the impact on work, the loss of income, the disruption to all aspects of our daily life. But together, our students and their supporters can today enjoy a celebration of real achievement. And as principal, with all our staff at the British College, I join in congratulating you all. And today our graduates will join the British College alumni of the past decade. I took the role as principal in summer 2020 on an interim basis and became executive principal in January 2021. I'm really enjoying my role as principal. I took it because the British College current provision offers real opportunities to students in Nepal. But developing from this, there are many exciting, innovative projects ahead. In the UK, there's also been an important recent change to student work-study visas. The changes are very positive and encourage students to stay in the UK once they've finished their studies, so they can work for another 2 years. We're very keen to offer students not just the opportunity of gaining a British degree studying in Nepal, but also to take short study trips to the UK to explore the partner campuses and see the sights. Students can also move to the UK to study for their second year or their final year, or do their undergraduate degree in Nepal and masters in the UK. Either option entitles the student to apply for a 2-year post-study work visa. We are, as you know, keen for our students to experience study in both the UK and Dubai at the British College sister colleges, the Woolwich College in London and the Woolwich Institute in Dubai. And we're keen to offer studies trips as well, short study trips rather than full years of study. The short trips will be open not only to all our students but also to our alumni who have maybe missed out on this because of the pandemic or who may be further considering other studies, perhaps at master's level. The key thing is that the British College can offer the student the whole journey: a British undergraduate bachelor's degree, a postgraduate master's degree, and the option to study in Nepal and in the UK, with the added incentive now of a post-study UK work visa for those that want it. We also offer students who don't yet meet admission standards a foundation year to make college entry possible for them. Our focus is not just on studies. We also have a well-connected, very senior industry advisory board and our own career support, which provides employability advice, guidance and internship opportunities. We recently invested in a new wellbeing centre to ensure all our students gain the holistic support they need when they need it. Our support in many ways continues to be available to our alumni, and I would urge you to look at this. Another exciting investment is in an Internet of Things laboratory, with a key focus on leading the way in artificial intelligence by offering a variety of British computing degrees and an international artificial intelligence conference annually. We are aware of the need to develop digital skills, those we use now, but also those that are emerging. Again, our alumni will be welcome to work with us on this, take part in projects, attend events. I'd love to see all of you there. So lots of investment in new courses, skill building, employability and support, all aligned to the needs of the employment market. So back to today's celebration. Once again, I congratulate all of our new graduates here today. I look forward to meeting you, to hearing about your continuing journey, whether in the workplace or through further study. Please keep in touch. Get involved as a British College alumnus, because at the British College we are all very proud of your achievement. So, very well done. Congratulations again to all of you, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Professor Mary Bishop. That was such a motivational speech. We now have a formal address by Honorable John Edward Hollister Montagu, 11th Earl of Sandwich and advisor of the British College. Unfortunately, he is unable to be here today, so he will be addressing us via video link. Lord Sandwich is a British entrepreneur, politician, and a nobleman. He was educated at Eton College, earned his bachelor's degree from the University of Cambridge, and is one of only 90 elected hereditary peers that remain in the House of Lords. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from Lord Sandwich.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm speaking to you today from my home in West Dorset in England, and I send my apologies for your graduation ceremony, as it wasn't possible for me to attend this year. But I very much hope that my wife and I can attend next year. I'm honoured to speak to you as a member of the College Advisory Council and also as a Member of Parliament in the UK. I've been lucky to travel to Nepal several times over 50 years, including 3 parliamentary visits. I've also worked for a number of NGOs like Save the Children, Christian Aid, Care International, and Anti-Slavery. And I once joined a Water Aid Women's March through Kathmandu, carrying banners demanding better water and supply and sanitation. I don't know whether this was actually achieved in the end, but you probably know if it was. But I have to admit that governments all over the world are very slow in delivery, which is why I have worked with the voluntary sector, which can be more effective. I remember with pleasure the time when Nepal was recovering from the civil war and taking much more interest in the constitution and the needs of the people, whether in forestry and farming, or in health and education, or business and the economy. All these things are a struggle for governments, which is why they also need the advice and the expertise of the private and voluntary organizations, for whom I'm sure some of you will go and work with. Education must be at the center of all enterprise because it prepares the next generation with the latest skills and ideas that will propel a nation forward. Young people can and should rightly complain that the world is in poor shape, what with war in Europe, the perils of climate change, the effects of COVID, and the resulting downturn in the major economies that we're seeing at the moment. And the UK has not been a very good example of good governance lately, with our Prime Minister more or less forced out of office for not telling the truth. But at least we in the UK are leaning more towards Asia these days. And we're entering a free trade agreement with India, for instance. I've played a very small part in monitoring that agreement for Parliament. And we have, in general, we have good relations with India, so we have high expectations of it. The future dominance of China is another question mark for both Nepal and the UK. With the persecution of the Uyghurs, and there is a lot of concern about the conditions under which cheap textiles are exported from China. And Hong Kong has provided another vivid example of human rights abuse. So there is a great hesitation about trade with China. I'm glad to say that despite cuts in the UK's aid programme, Nepal remains a significant partner. And I hope and expect that some of you will join in the great battle against poverty and for sustainable development in your country and in others. I also hope that if any of you do travel abroad for further study, that you make sure to return to your families and your country, which really needs you. So with those few words, may I congratulate, first of all, our new graduates for their many achievements, and secondly, their families who have supported them, and finally, the staff of the British College for deploying all their talents in so many fields on your behalf. And so may I wish you all a good day and a long celebration, and I hope to meet some of you on a future occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Montagu. That was such a motivational video. Now, moving forward, I would now like to have Mr. Michael Redland, OBE, advisor to the British College, to give his address. Throughout his career in education and the military, he taught the future 4th King of Bhutan and worked as a consultant for the Education Nations Agency. Since his retirement from teaching, he has been awarded an OBE by late Queen Elizabeth II for services to British-Bhutan relations, and he also holds the Bhutan Coronation Gold Medal. He has made over 160 educational television programs for Bhutan. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in inviting Mr. Michael Redland.
What fun it was outside before you came into the hall to see you and your parents having a great thrill taking photographs together. And what a wonderful sight it was, because you all radiated such pride, enthusiasm, and joy on the part of parents to see your successful children, and on the part of the students to be able to show off to your mum and dad, your grandfather, your grandmother, we made it. Mr. Rajan Kandel, honorable guests, students, parents, what a great day for you this is. And I would like to join everybody in congratulating the students and the parents, but also in congratulating the faculty of the British College, and in particular, the initiator, the founder. If I want to be clever like the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom earlier that Lord Sandwich referred to, I could say the fons et origo, the fountain and the origin of the British College. The reason why you're all here in the person of Mr. Rajan Kandel, whose initiative has created this organization. You've done very well. I understand that in front of me are mainly IT graduates. As a very, very old man, I rely on my grandchildren, one or two of whom are IT graduates, in order to know which button to press on my mobile phone. So I hope that one result of your graduation will be that you help Granny and Granddad, Mum and Dad work their smartphone. Because, you see, what you have acquired through your studies here is knowledge. Knowledge by itself is selfish. Knowledge by itself is sterile. Knowledge kept just in your own head benefits nobody, and in the end, not even you. The point about knowledge is to allow you to do something. The point about knowledge is to allow you to make a change. Granny knows which button to press to give you a telephone call. That is a change. You, with your IT degrees, are in a position to influence individuals. You are also in a position to influence your nation. But you will only do that if the knowledge that you have gained is turned into action. Action is what matters, not what you've got stuffed in the grey matter inside your head. So please, I beg you, don't just sit on your bottoms there and think, aren't I clever, I've got a degree. Think about how you can use that degree for the benefit of everybody. And we are facing so many changes in the world today. You are growing up in quite difficult times. You will need all your resilience to cope with the future. But cope you must, and your knowledge can help you cope as well, as long as you use it. I cannot but avoid referring to the very sad death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the longest serving monarch ever in the history of the United Kingdom. A woman who assumed the throne at a very young age, who was born not expecting ever to be a monarch. A young lady who had seen the difficult times of the Second World War, and as you probably know, she actually worked as an army car mechanic during the Second World War. There's an example of doing something. A woman who had seen the world change, seen the first man on the moon, seen the invention of computers, seen artificial intelligence emerging. Your degree would have been totally non-existent in the days when she became the Queen. And you know, this institution is called the British College. And the word British doesn't just refer to what it says on your degree certificate. It's called the British College because it endeavours to put forward some of the standards and ideas and ethics of Great Britain. And what better an opportunity can you have of realizing that than to remember all through your life that you received your degrees the day after Her Majesty the Queen of England passed away, because nothing exemplifies more the standards contained in the word Britain and British than the way in which Queen Elizabeth II carried out for 70 years her role as monarch, not just of the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, but of many, many other countries as well as being the head of the successor to the British Empire, namely the Commonwealth of Nations. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth exemplified those qualities of integrity. What does integrity mean? It means doing what is right, even though nobody will ever know about it. It means not doing what is wrong, even though you may know you can get away with it because nobody will ever know. Integrity is inside yourself. Her Majesty, the Queen, exemplified integrity. Honesty, straightforwardness, devotion to duty, and above all, total commitment to her job. And I would, as a last message, say to you, you don't get on in life by always thinking about your next promotion, by always thinking about going one step up the ambition ladder. You get on in life by following what Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth has done in order to be the greatest monarch one can think of. You get on in life by giving your total commitment to the job you're doing now. Don't worry about the job you want to do tomorrow. Work for the job you're doing now, and tomorrow will look after itself. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Redland. Wow, that was such an inspirational speech. Let me also notify you that we are broadcasting live on the official Facebook page of the British College. So to the family members and friends who are unable to join us in person today, could join us virtually. Now, moving forward, we'll now hear from Dr. Arjun Kumar Karki, advisor of the British College and former ambassador of Nepal to United States of America. Dr. Karki has more than 20 years of experience in non-government organization and international relations, as well as developing cooperation. He has a strong educational background, including qualifications from Harvard Law School, and is Chief Executive Officer of Rural Reconstruction Nepal. We are very pleased to have him here with us in person today. So please allow me to welcome Dr. Arjun Karki.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to deliver the commencement address in front of this incredible student body, distinguished guests, and the awesome college family member. Thank you very much. Dear graduates, congratulations. Today is a special day. You did it. You all are here this moment to celebrate your major accomplishment with your parents, family members, friends, college community, and the guests. Stand tall and be proud as you achieve a lot, even despite the fear of the pandemic. It was not an easy task, but you nailed it. Be confident and believe in yourself. Take a moment to recall your days in this college. I hope you have gathered a lot of good memories in this year. Be happy and grateful for the memories you created during this year in this college. Please learn from your mistakes or ignorance if you have any. The British College, through its vision to be world-class college in Nepal, offering high-quality British and international qualification needed to become creative entrepreneurs and successful candidates in the global job market, has played a crucial role in assisting you with today's accomplishment. Finally, big applause to all guardians for your continuous support and encouragement to your kids. Dear graduates, please be aware that this is neither the end nor the beginning of your journey, but is just a transition. My suggestion to you is to find a field or work that you can enjoy rather than confining yourself to one subject or a sector. It is okay if you want to explore another areas and see if that makes you happier. If you are enjoying the field, please continue with the same academic area you got your degree on, because happiness is the key to success. My advice is not be afraid to make mistakes, since you will learn from your mistakes. Let me share my journey with you all today. My undergrad degree is in agriculture economics from Tribhuvan University, Nepal. From agriculture degree, then I went to England and had a master degree from structural engineering department at the University of Manchester, Institute of Science and Technology, and a PhD in development studies from the University of East Anglia, again England. I made a career in the non-government organization in Nepal by contributing to rural people's empowerment and socio-economic reconstruction with the embarrassment of the right-based approaches to development. I actively participated in advocacy as well as movement towards advancement of human rights in Nepal, South Asia, and UN-defined least developed countries. I am proud of going around the world for pursuing higher education and returning to the country to work towards development and advocacy. I hope you will do the same. In addition, I also successfully served as a Nepali ambassador for the United States of America for 6 years. This is the age of science and technology. These days, you do not need to go to college to know the answer of your curiosity. You can learn from your fingertips. You can search for the research article. Spend some of your time learning about technologies used in the article and make your views. You do not need to enroll in the college to know answer related to multidisciplinary subject. I encourage you not to make your career only in science, technology, medicine, or engineering field, but also to be policymaker and politicians, because the country needs you. As a citizen, if everyone is honest and aware of politics, good laws can be passed. You can understand the difficulties your parents, brothers, sisters faced. You can address the difficult issues faced by the people of society and can contribute to a better Nepal in terms of development and human rights. From my experience, I can say that there is a wide range of possibility open for all of you after today. Do not hesitate to explore, enjoy, and share the moment with your close one. The world is yours, and you are here to enjoy it. Let me speak to you in Nepali also. आदरणीय अभिभावकहरू, विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू र यो कलेजका संस्थापक र कलेजका प्राध्यापकहरू, यहाँहरू सबैलाई म आज यस महत्त्वपूर्ण अवसरमा हार्दिक बधाई दिन चाहन्छु। तपाईहरूले एउटा ठुलो जिन्दगीको एउटा ठुलो खुड्किलो पार गर्नुभएको छ। तपाईहरूले नेपालमा बसेर अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको डिग्री हासिल गर्नुभएको छ। मैले नेपालमा कृषि विषय पढेर बेलायतमा मास्टर डिग्री पढ्न जाँदा मलाई एउटा गाउँबाट आएको, गाउँ पनि दुर्गम गाउँ, म सङ्खुवासभा हो मेरो घर, सङ्खुवासभाबाट आएर चितवन र लमजुङमा कृषि पढेर बेलायतमा म स्ट्रक्चरल इन्जिनियरिङ डिपार्टमेन्टमा पढ्न गएको थिएँ। त्यो लगभग 33 वर्ष अगाडिको कुरा हो। त्यति बेला नेपालमा बसेर अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको शिक्षा हासिल गर्न असम्भव थियो। अघि पूर्व वक्ता हाम्रो विदेशी पाहुनाले भन्नुभयो जस्तो प्रविधिहरू थिएनन्, टेलिफोन, यो सेलफोन थिएन, फ्याक्स, हामी कुनै एउटा ट्राभल एजेन्सीमा आफ्नो नाम लेखाएर मेरो नाममा कुनै चिठी पत्र आयो भने यो मलाई पठाइदिनु भनेर हामी भन्थ्यौँ। त्यो बेलामा हामीले विदेशमा गएर अध्ययन गर्नुपर्ने एउटा अवस्था थियो। तर तपाईहरूले आज आफ्नो घरमा बसेर अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको शिक्षा हासिल गर्न सक्नुभएको छ। अनि म तपाईहरूलाई भन्छु, मैले अङ्ग्रेजीमा पनि केही कुराहरू भनेको थिएँ। शिक्षा हाम्रो देशमा इन्जिनियर बन्नुपर्छ, डाक्टर बन्नुपर्छ, धेरै पैसा कमाउनुपर्छ, सकेसम्म विदेशमा घर बनाउनुपर्छ र विदेशमै बस्नुपर्छ भन्ने सोचाइ पनि छ। म 1991 मा सबभन्दा पहिला म युरोप जाँदा, विदेश जाँदा मैले बाटोमा देखेका सडकहरू, विश्वविद्यालयका क्लासरुमहरू देख्दाखेरि मलाई नेपालमा पनि यस्तो बनाउन सके हुन्थ्यो भन्ने लागेको थियो। मैले बेलायतमा पिएचडी डिग्री सकेको दिन नै मैले बेलायतमा नै पढाउनको लागि मैले जागिर पाएको थिएँ। मैले पढेकै डिपार्टमेन्टमा म बेलायतमा जागिर खान्न भन्दा मलाई जागिर अफर गर्ने प्रोफेसर छक्क पर्नुभयो। एउटा नेपालीको छोराले यहाँ पिएचडी सकेको भोलिपल्ट मैले यहाँ जागिर दिन्छु, 5 वर्षको लागि सम्झौता गर भन्दा म जागिर खान्न, नेपाल फर्किन्छु भनेर मैले भनेको थिएँ। मैले लगभग 152वटा देशको यात्रा गरेको छु। धेरै देशमा, अफ्रिकाको, ल्याटिन अमेरिकाको अति दरिद्र, धेरै नेपाल, अमेरिका, बेलायत, जापान, अस्ट्रेलिया, क्यानाडा त धेरै नेपालीले देख्नुभएको, सुन्नुभएको छ। तर मैले काम गरेको देश भनेको संसारको सबैभन्दा गरिब, दरिद्र देशहरूमा मैले काम गरेको छु। म त्यसलाई संयुक्त राष्ट्रसङ्घको भाषामा अति कम विकसित राष्ट्र भन्छन्। अहिले जम्मा 44वटा त्यस्ता देशहरू छन्। त्यसको विकास र त्यहाँको विकासको अधिकारको बारेमा संयुक्त राष्ट्र सङ्घ, युरोपियन पार्लियामेन्ट र विभिन्न देशहरूमा गएर उहाँहरूको हक अधिकारको प्रतिरक्षा गर्ने काम गरेँ र अन्तमा म नेपाल सरकारको तर्फबाट 6 वर्षसम्म अमेरिकाको राजदूत बनेर काम गरेँ। यो अनुभवबाट आज तपाईँहरू ग्रेजुएट हुने विद्यार्थीहरूलाई म के भन्न चाहन्छु भने, हामीले उत्पादन गरेको जनशक्ति, हाम्रा विद्यार्थीहरू, हाम्रा भाइ बहिनी, छोराछोरीहरू विदेशमा पढ्न जानु राम्रो कुरा हो, तर विदेशमा पढेर नेपालमा फर्केर आउनु झन् राम्रो कुरा हो। हामीले विदेशमा हामीले यस्ता धेरै छोराछोरीहरू पायौँ, भाइ बहिनीहरू हुर्कायौँ, नेपालको बहुमूल्य धन सम्पत्तिहरू खर्च गरेर अमेरिका बनाउन, बेलायत बनाउन, जापान बनाउन, अस्ट्रेलिया बनाउन, क्यानाडा बनाउन जनशक्ति प्रदान गरेका छौँ। म बेलायतमा राजदूत भएर बस्दा अमेरिकनलाई अङ्ग्रेजी पढाउने 200 भन्दा बढी नेपाली भेटेँ मैले। अमेरिकनलाई अङ्ग्रेजी साहित्य पढाउने, अमेरिकनलाई म्याथमेटिक्स पढाउने, अमेरिकनलाई फिजिक्स पढाउने, केमिस्ट्री पढाउने मान्छेहरू भेटे। त्यो नराम्रो कुरा होइन, तर हाम्रो बौद्धिक जनशक्ति विदेशमा गएर विदेशमै बसेर विदेशकै सेवा गर्ने भयो भने यो देश बनाउने जिम्मा कसको? त्यसो भएको हुनाले मैले अघि अङ्ग्रेजीमा एउटा कुरा भनेको थिएँ। त्यो के भनेको थिएँ भने तपाईहरू डाक्टर, इन्जिनियर, प्राविधिकहरू, कृषि वैज्ञानिकहरू मात्र नभन्नुहोस्, तपाईहरू राजनीतिज्ञ पनि भन्नुहोस्। हामी के कुराहरू सुनिरहेका छौँ भने राजनीतिमा लाग्ने मान्छेहरू सबै काम नलाग्ने भए, नपढेका भए, राम्रो विषय नपढेका भए, राम्रो विद्या नलिएका मान्छेहरू भए भनेर हामी पढे लेखेका मान्छेहरू ठुलो ठाउँमा बसेर राम्रो जागिर खाएर अरूको आलोचना गर्छौँ। तर हामी राजनीतिमा जाने आँट गर्दैनौँ। राम्रा मान्छे राजनीतिमा नगएपछि, राम्रा मान्छेले राजनीतिक विषयहरू नपढेपछि अनि हामी के डिजर्भ गर्छौँ त भन्दा बेठिक मान्छेले, गलत मान्छेले, कमजोर मान्छेबाट हामी शासित हुन लायक छौँ भन्ने कुराको प्रमाणित हुन्छ। त्यसो भएकोले म अब विद्यार्थीहरूलाई के भन्छु भनेदेखि तपाईहरू राजनीतिज्ञ बन्ने, तपाईहरू समाजसेवी बन्ने आँट गरेर त्यो खालको शिक्षा हासिल गरेर तपाईहरू यो देशलाई विश्वका धेरै विकसित देशहरूको दाँजोमा पुर्याउने साहस बटुल्ने काम गर्नुहुनेछ भन्ने मैले आशा गर्छु। आज यो महत्त्वपूर्ण दिनमा हाम्रो देश एउटा इँटा आकारको लगभग 900 किलोमिटर पूर्व पश्चिम र लगभग 200 किलोमिटर उत्तर दक्षिण भएको एउटा चौडा देश छ। 200 किलोमिटरको भौगोलिक त्यो दूरीमा लगभग 40 मिटर सी लेभलको उचाइदेखि संसारको सबभन्दा अग्लो पहाड हिम शिखर भएको देश नेपाल बाहेक संसारमा कहीँ पनि छैन। 200 किलोमिटरमा त्यो उचाइको हिसाबले मात्र नहेर्नुहोस्, तपाईँ के हेर्नुहोस् भनेदेखि त्यहाँभित्रको इकोलोजिकल, बायोलोजिकल डाइभर्सिटी हेर्नुहोस्। डाइभर्सिटिज आर अपर्च्युनिटिज। हामीले यति थोरै दूरीमा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको बाटोहरू बनाउनु हो भने 1 घन्टामा भारतको बोर्डरबाट चीनको बोर्डर पुग्न सकिने बाटोहरू बन्न सक्छन् हाम्रो देशमा। त्यो दूरीभित्र यति ठुलो जैविक विविधता, भौगोलिक विविधतालाई हामीले हाम्रो देशको स्वार्थमा प्रयोग गर्न सक्यौँ भने हामी युरोप, अमेरिकाका सम्पन्न देशहरूभन्दा अति नै सम्पन्न देश हुन्छौँ। जलस्रोतको यति धनी, प्राकृतिक सम्पदा, सौन्दर्यताको धनी हाम्रो मुलुकलाई राम्रो मुलुक बनाउने जिम्मा अब तपाईहरूको हातमा छ। आज ग्रेजुएट हुने मान्छेहरूको हातमा छ। त्यसले तपाईहरूको बा-आमाहरू, दाजुभाइ, दिदीबहिनीहरू, छरछिमेकीहरू र तपाईँले आदर र सम्मान गर्ने नेपाली दाजुभाइहरूको आदर र सम्मान गर्नेछ र मातृभूमिप्रतिको तपाईँहरूको निष्ठा र आस्था सदा आदरणीय र सम्मान्य हुनेछ भन्दै यहाँहरूलाई पुनः एकपटक मेरो व्यक्तिगत तर्फबाट अनि हाम्रो यो सल्लाहकार समूहको तर्फबाट हृदयदेखि नै बधाई दिँदै म यहाँबाट बिदा हुन्छु। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Mr. Arjun Karki. That was such a motivational and inspiring story, wasn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me remind you all that Graduation Ceremony 2022 is broadcasted live from the official Facebook page of the British College. I would like to request all of our graduates to tag and share the link of the video to your friends and family so that they could join us virtually. Moving forward, we will now hear from Mr. Siddhant Raj Pandey, Industry Advisor of the British College and Chairman and CEO of Business Oxygen Private Limited. He has a BA degree from Virginia Tech, USA, and MSc from the University of Bristol, UK. He has been a banker for over 2 decades and was previously the CEO of ACE Development Bank, Nepal. He is now the Chairman and CEO of Business Oxygen Private Limited, the first international SME venture, and Climate Impact Fund in Nepal. He sits on the board for many businesses and acts as a chairman for the Nepal Agriculture Business Incubation Center. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for Mr. Siddhant Razpande.
CEO, Mr. Rajan Kanel, Executive Director, Mr. Mahendra Kanel, faculty members, distinguished guests, and most of all, you, the new graduates. Just about 4 decades ago, when I entered university in the United States as a freshman, we had to bring a personal computer, portable IBM personal computer. Yes, 4 decades ago, we did have computers, not that archaic. That personal computer was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. It had a maximum memory of 64 KB. Okay? It had a small screen and had 2 disk drives where you could put floppy disks. And we used it for formula translation and COBOL, the business studies computer languages that we were meant to learn. And WordPerfect was the word processing software that we were enabled to use with it. Things have changed a lot in the past 4 decades. Now your smartphone in your hand has almost 250 gigabytes, much faster, slimmer, and processes information in warp speed. Okay. This is the era of digitization. We have entered another revolution, and you have entered this era with the degree in hand to better prepare you. Having said that, it is also highly competitive, but because information is equally available to everyone, you need to stand out as you move forward. Life today, due to technology, may be easier, but it is highly competitive. Okay. I highly recommend that you read Yuval Harari's 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. He mentions that you need 4 C's to move forward to survive in this digital era. The 4 C's are creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. His premise is that artificial intelligence will not be able to substitute for these 4 areas. Basically, do not lose your humanity in the process of striving for digitization. The future is there. It is in your hands. How you structure it is up to you. Okay? No matter how smart you are or how educated you are, there is no substitute for common sense. Application of common sense will help you advance. Always ensure that you do your homework, research, prior to meetings, or when you're applying for a job. In my experience, people come for interviews with absolutely no information of the company they would like to work for. So if you do a little bit of research, unlike the times when we were interviewing, we used to have to go to libraries and spend hours researching on it. Now you have your smartphone to do all that for you. So take the time to know where you want to work and try to add value to the company that you're planning to work in. Accountability and responsibility are the 2 ethical standards you should stand by that will help you up the career path. Earlier, one of the fellow speakers talked about integrity. I'll go a little bit further. We are actually in really graceless times, especially due to how politics are being managed in this country. And I have absolutely I do not blame the young people who want to leave the country. 90% of you are probably already applying to go abroad. Okay. But one thing you might want to realize is honor is a gift that you can give to yourself. No one can give it to you. No one can take it away from you. So in order to serve this country, go abroad, learn. The Nepali diaspora has been extremely active. An attestation to that is the British College and Rajan Kadel, who has contributed towards Nepal's economy, providing this sort of platform. One of our investee companies is an artificial intelligence company set up in New York by a Nepali professor. What he's done is he's set up a unit here, an incorporation here in Nepal that produces artificial intelligence talent. That talent is provided worldwide from Nepal. So from blue-collar workers being exported to white-collar workers. This is what the Nepali diaspora is doing in its own little way. They have come of age. You don't need to come back to this country to work. You can do a lot of good abroad by helping the country grow. Another area that as you move ahead towards your careers is climate change. It is an imminent danger for all of us. It is going to affect our livelihoods. It's going to affect our businesses. We need to be aware of it. We need to make it aware to others of its repercussions and its effect that we will face. Adaptive resilience is how we need to approach it moving forward. I'm not going to take more of your time. I know this is an incredible moment for you. You are going through apprehensions as you move forward, creating new pathways, looking for jobs, going for higher studies. But bear in mind that, everything is not going to happen overnight. In my 4 decades of professional life, I've done many things. Most of it has been in the financial world, but nothing was mapped out as it was meant to be. You will fall, get up, look at life in a linear way. Make sure that, you do not stop waking up in the morning, getting out of bed, and trying something new. Read as much as you can. Enhance your knowledge. Ask questions. There's never a stupid question. Never strive to move forward. Finances are important, but it's not the only thing. Get a job that you like. Learn from it. Nowadays, kids have more opportunities than we ever did earlier. Yeah. You can do coding from your bedroom to gain that extra pocket money while you're working at a job to gain that experience. Experience is key as you move forward. Competition is going to get tougher. It's not going to get any easier. See? Digitization means that the best will only survive. So you find a niche for yourselves. Carve out an area that you think you can do well in. And I'm sure everyone who strives with integrity will have a future for themselves moving forward. At the end, I just want to say that, they say future is there for the young, and the youth have to rise up to it. Yes, that's well and good. But before you start thinking about your country, think of yourself, enhance your abilities, then come back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Siddhant Rajpande, for your kind words. I would now like to hear from Professor Phil Cardew, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic of Leeds Beckett University, to deliver his formal address. Phil has served in senior positions within a number of institutions over 2 decades. He was an Assistant Director in QAA. He is a Principal Fellow of the Higher Education Academy. With what others' time allows him, he continues to pursue research interest in medieval Icelandic literature, with a particular focus on identifying an otherness. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome Professor Phil Cardew with a huge round of applause.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, parents and friends, welcome. I know this is the end of a long series of speeches, and really what you want to do is to make the speeches stop and get up and receive your awards, and I promise you'll be doing that very shortly. I also know that probably my sternest critic in life, my 3.5-year-old granddaughter Freya, is watching online at the moment, and the one thing I don't want to happen this evening when I talk to her on WhatsApp is she says, "Granddad, you were really boring." So I'll stick to a few words addressed to you, graduates, and about what I hope I see as the value of higher education and the impact that becoming a graduate will have on you as you progress through your lives. It's easy to see higher education particularly in two transactional terms. You study a course, you do the assessments, you get the marks, you get the degree. That's a contract, that's a transaction, that's over, and now you go on and do something else. And I think you particularly as IT graduates, IT professionals, realise that the world you work in, probably the learning you did in your first year is out of date now. And you have to keep on learning, you have to keep on working, you have to keep engaging with what you're doing in order to be fresh, in order to be live, in order to be useful in your careers as you go through your lives. So it is important to have that knowledge. It's also important to have that professional outlook that so many people have talked about in taking your work forward and concentrating on what you're doing and living the values of your careers. But I hope one thing that higher education does, which other levels of education maybe only glance towards, is to teach you to continue to learn and to continue to engage critically with your subject and with your knowledge. To not accept at face value what you were told, and when has there ever been a more important time to reflect upon that. But to continue to learn, to continue to develop yourselves, whether that is through taking more courses and doing more assessments, or whether it's simply by enjoying your development personally and professionally as you go through your careers. And I think that's also the value of working in institutions like the British College, where your faculty have exemplified that attitude to you. They continue to learn. You're not being taught by people who ceased to engage with their subjects 10 years ago and are simply regurgitating facts for the sake of it. They are engaged, they are active participants in the endeavour they work with you. This is not an atmosphere in which you sit at the feet of giants who teach you. They work with you to get that forward. So that, I think, is the most important advice I would have for you, to continue to maintain that attitude. And I always like, if I can, as you've heard, my research is in literature written many years ago in strange and far-off places. And I always like to get some learning from that across in any circumstance I can. And I think it's extremely important for a Nepal audience to hear some Icelandic written 1,000 years ago. So I'm going to recite you a verse from an old poem called Havamal, The Sayings of the High One, written just over 1,000 years ago. I'll say it to you in Icelandic first, but I will, I promise you, then translate it. And I think it sums up for me much of what you've heard from other speakers today. So here goes. Der fé, der freindur, der sjálfa it sam, en orðstir der aldrei, þegar það góðan getur. And what that means is, our wealth disappears, our friends and family die, even we ourselves will eventually die. But our reputation lives forever, especially when it is well deserved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Phil Cardew. That was such a wonderful speech. Now, dear graduates, the moment you have been waiting for has finally come. The fruits of your hard work and discipline will finally be reaped. Before that, I would like to request our graduates again to share the Facebook Live video to your friends and families so that they could join us virtually in your great achievement. We shall now officially begin the graduation ceremony of BSc Honours Computing students of the British College. To begin the proceedings, may I request Mr. Rohit Raj Pandey, Computer Program Leader, BSc Honours Computing, MSCIT, to lead awards for BSc Honours Computing, and may I also request Professor Phil Cardew to confer the awards.
Thank you, Flavia. Good afternoon and namaste. I have the honor to present to you the graduates from BSc Honours Computing. I would like to invite Professor Phil Cardew, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Liz Beckett University, to confer the award. All the best. Now, I'll call upon the name of the graduates. Adarsh Kumar Raunia. Avas Kesi, First Class Honors. Ayush Agrawal, First Class Honors. Ayush Georgian. Abhishek Acharya. Abhishek Rao Chetri, First Class Honors. Abhit Kumar Mahato, First Class Honors. Aditya Podar, First Class Honors. Akshobhya Sarma, First Class Honors. Elisha Dhakal. Aman Akas. Aman Kumar Shrestha, First Class Honors. Amrit Lamichane, First Class Honors. Anisha Suwal. Anjali Subedi, First Class Honors. Anuj Maharjan. Anusha Manandar. Ansriya Bahari. Anvesh Hada, First Class Honors. Apil Parazuli, on the behalf of the British College, we wish you a happy birthday and first class honor. Erika Karki. Erika Niraula, First Class Honors. Arjun Kesi, First Class Honors. Arjun Shrestha, First Class Honors. Arnav Manandar. Arun Mahato. Aryan Subedi. Asim Kumar Shrestha, first class honors. Asirvad Adhikari. Ashish Bhandari, first class honors. Ashish Sapkota, first class honors. Asutosh Sharma, first class honors. Ashwin Khadka. Abhipsa Sharma Paudel, first class honors. Ayush Bajgai, first class honor. Ayush Khadka, first class honors. Basant Karki, first class honors. Vision Amatya. Vivek Maharjan, first class honors. Vivek Saha. Bikram Vishwakarma. Bimisha Mishra, first class honors. Binay Thapa Magar, first class honors. Biplav Lamichane, first class honors. Viraj Kashyapati, first class honor. Vishal Sigdel, first class honors. Bishesh GC, first class honors. Biswa Thakuri, first class honors. Brinda Sarma. Chilas Thapa. Dipchan Thapalia. Come on, cheer up, guys. Come on, cheer up. Dhruva Sharma, first class honors. Divya Rani Sarumagar, first class honors. Dipesh Shrestha, first class honors. Divakar Darlami. Diya Shrestha. Durgesh Kumar Mahato, first class honor. Ibrahim Sankar Siringche Shrestha. Elan Shrestha. Elvis Karki, first class honors. Gaurav Bansali, first class honors. Gautam Bania. Gautam. Gunraj Nyopane. Hemanta Bikram Singh, first class honors. Himal Khadka. Ritik Singh. Ikshu Gewali. Josan Karki, first class honors. Gavin Thapa Magar. Kanchan Kharel. Kiran Dura, first class honors. Kismat Kharel. Kripesh Acharya, first class honors. Krishna Guru, first class honors. Kritika Sakya, first class honors. Kusar Bahadur Kutwal. Lakshman Desar. Manasa Joshi. Manish Chaudhary, First Class Honors. Manish Adhikari, First Class Honors. Manish Dhakal, First Class Honors. Manish Shrestha, First Class Honors. Mansi Ramtel. Mohit Bhandari. Monica Shrestha. Muna Kesi, First Class Honors. Muna Sapkota. Muskan Karanjit. Narendra Roy, First Class Honors. Navratan Saha. Neha Pandey. Come on, cheer up, guys, cheer up. Nipson Casey. Neeraj Chaudhary. Neeraj Shrestha, first class honors. Nishal Khadka. Nishesh Subedi. Ujjwasvi Avas Rai. Ocean Rana. Balista Shrestha. Pawan Subedi, first class honors. Pema Joma Lama. Pravesh Adhikari, first class honors. Pravesh Kalika. Ravidi Pyakurel, first class honor. Pramudita Thapalia, first class honors. Prashant Adhikari, first class honors. Prashant Sapkota. Prasidhika Shrestha, first class honors. Prasiddhi Bhatrai, first class honors. Pratiksha Manandar, first class honors. Pratish Joshi, first class honors. Praveen Kumar Mahato. Cheer up, guys, cheer up. Pritisma Pradhananga, on the behalf of the British College, we wish you a happy birthday. Puja Khadka. Ravi Shrestha. Robin Bolayer, first class honor. Rahul Bhandari. Razan Khadka. Rajneesh Mahato. Rajesh Oli. Raju Maharjan, first class honors. Raju Shrestha. Rakesh Chaudhary. Raksha Lama Mokhtan, first class honors. Raman Sakya, first class honors. Rasmi Shrestha, first class honors. Reason Katwal. Rehan Malla. Richa Thakur. Rima Palli, First Class Honors. Ritesh Timilshina. Cheer up, guys, cheer up, come on. Ritik Khadki, First Class Honors. Rohit Budathoki, First Class Honors. Rosan Shrestha, First Class Honors. Rosa Shrestha. Ronik Karki, First Class Honors. Roshan Bhatta, First Class Honors. Roshan Lama. Roshan Moharjan. Savin Joshi. Sabin Maharjan, First Class Honors. Savita Suvedi. Sahas Bikram Malla, First Class Honors. Sajid Sunwar, First Class Honors. Sazal Koirala, First Class Honors. Samiksha Rupaketi, First Class Honors. Samiksha Kharel. Samjana Thapa, Sanskar Koirala, first class honors. Samir Mananda. Sanatan Subba. Sandeep Suwal. Sanjana Nyopane. Sanjeev Thapa with first class honors. Sasim Lama with first class honors. Solgat Nyopane with first class honors. Solgat Thapa with first class honors. Sima Stress with first class honors. Santi Kala Ghale. Satabdi Shah with first class honors. Come on, cheer up guys, come on, cheer up. Sital Puyal, first class honors. Sila Gurung with first class honors. Srishti Hamal. Srishti Tandukar. Sweta Kasazu. Siddhant Acharya, first class honors. Simran Shatyal. Simran Regmi. Smriti Sai with first class honors. Smriti Singh. Shosin Thapa Magar with first class honors. Srijan Pon with first class honors. Cheer up, guys, cheer up. Keep working. Subhas Tamang. Sudarshan Boshyal with first class honors. Sudit Maharjan. Susan Sai with first class honors. Sujata Kadel. Suman Puzel. Suman Thapa with first class honors. Sumit Dulal with first class honors. Sunam Pokhrel. Sunil Shrest. Surajan Karki. Susan Paurel with first class honors. Shushan Chapagai. Susil Karki. Susmita Dital with first class honors. Shornika Sakya with first class honors. Sweta Yadav. Topadu Rana with first class honors. Twinkle Butter. Ujjwal Rana Magar with first class honor. Umanga Nirola with first class honor. Unique Das Mulmi. Eunice Rest. Yvonne Traskarki with first class honor. Come on, cheer up, guys. Cheer up. Rohit Mandal. Susan Maharjan. Vivek Saha. Vikram Vishwakarma. Thank you, Professor Phil Cardew. It was a long list. Thank you. That concludes the presentation of the award BSc Honors Computing. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Thank you, everyone. Study hard, party harder. Enjoy.
Congratulations to all the BSc Honors Computing students for your glorious achievement. Now, join us in welcoming Mr. Sanjeev Thapa, a bright student from BSc Honors Computing, to give his address.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone, distinguished guests, respected teachers, proud parents, and my dear graduated friends of class of 2022. Even though we attended the same college together, if you don't know me, my name is Sanjeev Thapa, and I would like to express my gratitude for this opportunity, as this is a great honor to stand before you all for this speech. You know, it only feels like yesterday joining the British College, making new friends, discovering this strange new thing called plagiarism, studying late night, doing assignments and presentations, surviving Saucer's Viva on Java, surviving Rohit sir's demo on project management, and the challenge of studying from home during COVID. Despite all these odds, we still managed to graduate. So let's have a round of applause for ourselves. However, it would be unfair to ignore the fact that with every new challenge provided us with a new learning opportunity. Plus, we also had a great time together, like pulling off crazy all-nighter, both with friends, in a Discord server, pushing and motivating each other to complete our assignments that is due tomorrow. And how can we forget the International Mobility Program? I once heard a wise man say on TikTok, if you think money cannot buy happiness, Habibi, come to Dubai. And the next thing I know is we're on one of the world's most luxurious city, Dubai, having fun and getting inspired by the development of the city. We had a great deal of fun together in these 4 years, and I'm going to miss our time together a lot. On behalf of class of 2022, I would like to thank all of my teachers for mentoring us. We're grateful for all the guidance and assistance that was provided to us. I would also personally like to thank Rohit sir, who was my supervisor and mentor on the production project. With his guidance, I was able to build a project that solved a real-world problem, something that I'm really proud of. I would also like to thank my parents, especially my mother, for providing me with all the resources and motivating me to achieve my academic and personal goals. I would like to take this time to thank my friends for all the laughs, advice, and memories. These 4 years would not have been easy without you guys. Graduates, we are now moving towards the next phase of our life, and I'm not in the position to tell you what to do and what not. Even though the real world that we're going to step in is going to be harsh, the next chapter of our life is going to be full of challenges. I can tell you this, that with hard work and honesty, we'll still make it to the top. That is something that we always do. Class of 2022, it was a great honor to have been associated with you one way or another. I will always be looking towards your accomplishments in the days to come. And with the very bottom of my heart, I wish you guys nothing but a great, great success. Thank you everyone for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thapa, for your sharing your journey. Well, recalling the same exact journey that I'd been through, I'm standing here today as a proud alumni of the British College. I would now like to invite Mr. Arun Joshi, Associate Dean Academic of the British College, to present the Student Excellence Award. Huge round of applause to Mr. Arun Lal Joshi. The Student Excellence Award goes to Ms. Raksha Lava Muktan. Congratulations, Ms. Muktan, for achieving Student Excellence Award. We all are very proud of you. And thank you, Mr. Arun Lal Joshi. May I now request Mr. Mahendra Raskadel, Executive Director of the British College, to present token of appreciation to our distinguished guests. Join me in welcoming Mr. Michael Redland. Thank you, Mr. Redland. May I now invite Dr. Arjun Karki to accept the token of appreciation. Thank you, Dr. Arun, sir. May I now invite Ms. Jayasree Raghuram. She is Regional Head, South Asia International Recruitment and Partnership, Leeds Beckett University. Thank you, Ms. Raghuram. Thank you, Mr. Kadel. May I now request Mr. Razan Kadel, CEO and founder of the British College, to present token of appreciation for our distinguished guest. Allow me to welcome Ms. Isabella Onion, British Educational Group Board of Director. Thank you, Ms. Onion. May I now welcome Professor Phil Cardew to accept our token of appreciation. Thank you, Mr. Cardew. Thank you, Mr. Kandel. And thank you all our distinguished guests for our valuable time and gracing us with your presence here. I now invite each of the graduating students to come up onto the stage for a photo session. I will be calling you in groups. So group 1, BSc Honors Computing, first 2 rows. Followed by group 2, row 3rd and 4th. Followed by group 3rd, row 5th and 6th. Please be in the queue, guys. Group 4, row 7th and 8th, and lastly followed by group 5, row 9th and 10th. I request everyone to kindly be seated, please. Just a reminder, there's this photo booth of Graduation Ceremony 2022 outside. So you can just click your pictures there. And don't forget to share it on your Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok handles. And also, don't forget to mention hashtag TBCGrad22. I request everyone to kindly be seated. Graduates, parents, honorable guests, and faculty members, the closing hour has finally arrived. Please join me once again in congratulating all the graduates. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors. As they continue their journey, may they look back to this stage with great fondness and pride. Once again, this is Flavia Shrestha, your host, declaring the formal proceeding closed. May I request everyone to rise for the academic procession led by Mr. Razan Kadel and Mr. Arun Lal Joshi, followed by the graduates. Dear parents and faculty members, I request you to remain standing until the procession has left the hall. You may then make your way outside where dinner is being served. Dear parents, I request you to remain standing until the procession has left the hall.